What up, everybody? Lonnie here with Charts and Labs. It's been a couple days since I made a video. I've been a little bit preoccupied with work. I'm working on selling my dumpster rental and junk removal business to pursue some other ventures. So I've been a little bit preoccupied with that. And I haven't been able to make a video um, last couple days. But the account got hammered pretty bad. Small account is down. We had the big run up last week and huge profits. I did take that extra money that I was going to leave to play in this week. I took that $500 and put it into TXC. And then we were sitting around $500 in the account. I did add some more because I did get smoked a little bit yesterday. Um, but with the Supreme Court ruling going on, and so we had a Supreme Court ruling for the tariffs, and a lot of economic data coming in, and the Fed talk. There was a lot of uncertainty that was creating a idea that we were going to probably have a big pullback. Thursday and Friday were very euphoric run-ups across the market, and AMD had an awful CES, so I tried to kind of skim a little bit, thinking that overall this week was going to be a negative market, on top of AMD itself having a bad week. And I was trying to play an AMD test to below 200, and I kind of missed it. It did hit 199 by the time I was able to try to position and try to get out of that play that I made. AMD exploded yesterday for a crazy run, and but it did hit the 199, so I am kind of upset that it did hit the number that I wanted. I just wasn't there to take the profits, so I ended up taking a huge loss on AMD puts yesterday. Well, I should take that back. So Monday is when I got into them. Tuesday it opened up at that 199 and then just ran. I was only down like 10% holding them overnight, and because I made that overnight play, I decided that I was confident enough to play them. That's how they ran, opposite of me, and I missed the play. So I don't normally like holding those overnight plays because you know news can shift and get you really quickly. And so that's why you saw the spike and then the dip, and then we were up really big, and then we dropped, and then we came down. So then I added, and after I got beat up really bad on this play, I ended up getting into QQQ puts yesterday just before close to play the open for today. And it was kind of a little bit of a YOLO, like, hey, this account got kind of blown up. I need to try to save it. And I kind of did. I mean, I hit a big winner. I'm upset because this was the play that I did. I got it yesterday at 105. I think is when I probably, I don't even, that's today. I got it around here, 107. I think I ended up buying it at 105 was my exact number. Closed just barely down, just a little bit, but wasn't concerned about it. Opened and it ran up. I sold it here in the first 10 minutes because it started showing some strength, and I took the 222. Originally, I had it set to sell at 330, which for this put, that would have been a 618 price. As you can see, it quickly came up over that 330, which would have been that first spike. I could have had that first half hour. I would have had that 330, would have been phenomenal. And then it pulled all the way back down here to 207, and I was like, oh, I'm really glad I sold for 222. It's going to recover. I took a little small call, a $75 call for the bounce up, and of course, because I bought the call, it immediately collapsed again as more sentiment came out. We saw the run to 520, and I'm sitting here kicking my butt because that was a 500% play. Came back down. I think this is actually when I got the call that I ended up buying this call. and then now we've ran up, and it's just holding this 540 price. Would have been 105 to 540 had I held all the way through. I could have got 550. Would have been an absolute banger, but I didn't. So I ended up buying this 626 call for tomorrow, anticipating a little bit of a bounce back, and I did get a little bit of some. Then it went back down, and I said, you know what, I'm going to throw in $80 more. That brings my account up to where I've put in like $550, I think, is what it is. It's a $550 account. I've taken out 1900. I've taken out 1900, withdrawn and put into TXC. So 550 minus the 19, so I'm way up. This is all still just house money I'm playing with, and I can eventually take out some of that TXC if I needed to bring some in. But we have the Intel call. I decided to get back in. I wish I never got out, because this is the one that I sold for $4 on Friday. I saved one for Monday in case that the buy ratings started coming in from the CES event. Nothing came in and actually went down. So I ended up selling it at 4, and it went down from me selling. I think I sold it at 390, or 395. And then it went down yesterday, or on Monday, I'm sorry, and it was around the like 315. So I thought I did a great job. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna play the AMD put. I'm gonna get this test, and then I'll go back and I'll buy my Intel call while things are messing around, because I feel safe in that one. Well, then Intel and AMD both absolutely skyrocketed yesterday, and I was kicking myself, because had I just stayed in this call, instead of selling it at this $4 range that I was here, and then it faded down. 328 is what it closed at, and I thought I was a genius. Next day opened up 530. So my account that I lost money on the AMD, and then I added money. I've added like $100 in. Would have been up $130 instead of me adding $110 to still be down. So very sad. I could have got back in at 480, and I thought about it. And it went all the way up to 630 today, this morning, as the buy ratings are coming in. Buy rating came in yesterday. Buy rating came in this morning, just like I anticipated. So big mistake on me. One of the mistakes that traders can make is knowing the right call, but not having the discipline to stay in it, because you're trying to chase another big potential. I thought I was going to catch an AMD fade and be able to kind of double dip, make the AMD money, run into Intel, and still make the money. And so that was that. And we can see AMD. This move is what smoked me. Had a little dip, and then just absolutely skyrocketed. And then they had a dip today, and then they skyrocketed again. This is showing a lot of strength and holding above here. This is actually probably this little resistance line that we were drawing, gone. This little pennant is looking like it's still strong, and might go up and retest that. Staying with the volume weight, trying to reverse out of this reversal. It's probably going to create, once it breaks over this, it's going to create bullish momentum as soon as it can close over the volume weighted moving average. So AMD is looking very strong right now, which kind of has me okay with my QQQ call. I think Intel is going to get back over and get back onto this train track heading up. Tomorrow 48.60 would be cool. So if I make a little bit of money on that, it would be great. QQQ, I'm playing this as a floor. So how I got out of this is, if we come out of the 30-minute, I think I actually had to go back to the 4 hours when I drew it. So on the 4 hour long-term We have this test and then this test. I don't know why my line's way back, my dot's down there, but it was to hit this. And so what this is kind of showing is the direction, because it goes above it and below it, but it tests it and kind of honors it. So there's a little bit of a magnet to this line. And then the channel that we've developed is back on Thursday, back in November. It hit this hard bottom, came back and honored it, and then today we honored it again. So I drew this line with these 2 points, but I drew them because it lines up with this one. We're gonna make this be the, no, not blue, purple. And that's just kind of shorter right now. So there's a couple gaps in here from the opening, so there's some big moves on announcements, and that's why we're having a lot of chop in this range. But we still have an overall bullish direction, so I'm not completely scared out of this call. And it is what do I have? I think I have 5 at 30, so it's a $150 gamble, I guess you can say. I'm not expecting some massive win. If I can get $200 out of it, I'll be thrilled. There'll be a 30% profit. We'll be absolutely thrilled. If I make anything on it, I will probably be absolutely thrilled tomorrow. And that's what I'm planning on a recovery type bounce tomorrow in the morning, and that's how that plays lining up. You can see we tested this one and this one and it runs perfectly parallel with this, so that's why I'm seeing that channel. And then this is just kind of a short-term resistance that we're looking at of here and here from, I think that was yesterday midday to yesterday right before close. So this was kind of an established pattern yesterday. I don't know how fast it could get up to retest that. It would be kind of a quick move. I wouldn't be surprised if some of this is eliminated. I kind of think that it's going to get back to 620 today. I just have a weird feeling that maybe it's going to be just above or just below the 619.30 that it's currently at. Maybe 619.70 is going to be my prediction for close today, which is a crazy move up after a crazy move down. The Supreme Court did not decide, and the inflation numbers and jobs and housing and all that has not been positive yet for the market. So we're still very kind of bearish right now, but the market has a bias to wanting to go up, and so that's why I'm trying to play that to the upside as a recovery. Again, a little bit of a gamble. And then I'm in Intel also. I got into that call. Their earnings is on January 22nd. I'm going to play that for next week having a run up. They are affected very heavily. There are a lot of calls that are in the money this week. And if it gets over $50 this week, there is a ton of calls that go in the money. And I want to say it's actually let's go view Intel. How can I just get to regular Intel from this position? Probably have to just search it. Intel. We're going to go to trade options, and we're going to look at I want to look at these with more information. We're just going to go to the $50 one and click. Oh, we have to click on it. Okay, so if we click on this and we can see open interest 86,000 on this one. One's in my watch list. Open interest, there's nothing on that one. That's weird. They've probably been exercised. Let's do the 49, 16,000, 48, 14,000. So it's really going to be this $50 strike is the big one with 86,000 OI. So if those go into the money by Tuesday next week, market makers have to fulfill the share count to cover these. 86,316 contracts of 100 shares per contract. That is a lot of shares that the market makers will have to buy. They're likely hedged on some puts, but um, yeah. So I could see Intel trying to get up to this resistance level. This is a previous resistance level from way back in this range. You can see the test of this $49.83, $50 range. It was real choppy right here. It showed its first confirmation here, and that is where we're looking to get to. That will be extremely bullish. If we zoom all the way out, we can see that the purple is still in play. This downtrend. Oh wait, no, I think that's the one that we broke. We broke that one on Monday. Broke that one on Monday with the run up, and Tuesday still continuing. Couple of red 4-hour candles. So I'm gonna zoom these out to 1 hour time frames, and that's much cleaner. So we did break this on Tuesday. That's what it was. Tuesday opening. That was weird how it showed. It must have been the closing overlap of Monday's close into Tuesday's open was that last 4-hour candle that went up. But Tuesday was the big day for Intel, and it broke that long-term downtrend. So very bullish on Intel for that reason. And they have earnings coming up where hopefully they can announce some cool customers, is what everybody's waiting for. They've had great product, showing great product. It's just waiting on customers. So we're going to make this one be green. Oh no, let's make this one be orange. I normally like doing yellow, but yellow is my volume weighted moving average, so we're not going to cancel that up. But this orange is the final boss of the downtrend. This blue is kind of a double wick one, so that's going to be established, and we're looking to get to that level. In the 50s is where it's got to get. So we got to break 49, break this, which is going to be that 58.50 range is going to break that. And then that opens up the door for over 60. So Intel's got still a lot of room to go as far as going up on its pattern. We are still kind of holding this from here to here grouping, and it was honored and respected in this range. So it's not the most pinpointed for the daily moving up, but we're going to hold that one because we're looking for it. It could be staying in a bullish uptrend as long as it doesn't break above this, even if it took all the way to out here, whatever this is years out. I think it will happen before that, but it could. We're looking to stay above it. In June would be another breaking point to get back up and over, depending on how the market wants to react prior to then. So that's where we're at on that. I also like Rocket Lab a lot. These guys are going to hit some defense contracts and get busy. Satellite companies are going to be hot this year. Robotics companies are going to be hot this year. So this is what I'm watching. The other one I really like is GILT. I've traded this one for a long while. They're having a little bit of a breakout. They had a showing or an expo or something on Monday or Tuesday and went really well because they took off. Had a great day on Monday. That's what it was, Monday. So they're pulling back. Could be a time to look into them, whether it be at this level, the 1630, or if it came all the way back to here, I would for sure load if it was in the 1525, as long as it stayed above, as long as it bounced and reclaimed it. Just for fun, let's see what that is. So there is, we want to stay above this. So if it came in and honored this and came back up, that's a very steep, bullish moving trend. Let's just do this one for fun. And ironically, these two wicks point directly to where it sort of failed. It tried to break out, but quickly came back down, hit that moving average, and now it's kind of floating around it. So bounce here to reclaim here could be a possible play. One to watch. They're a little bit lower volume. They have a lot of high short interest. to watch. QQQ we're watching closely today. Hopefully it saves that small account. Um, got a little, I guess the recap of this week would be that I overtraded, which could be a downfall if you're chasing plays because you're feeling like you can't miss. Um, last week was a very successful week. Absolutely killed it with Intel, and it gives you that euphoric feeling of whatever you get in, you're gonna make. And realistically, a 40% win rate is what you should probably plan on when you're trading options, especially shorter dated options, like I've been with a small account. Um, you just got to make sure that your risk tolerance is not sacrificing your entire account, and quite often or not, you're probably going to do that with a small account. You're going to end up blowing up because if you miss 2 or 3 times, it can quickly eat up a smaller balance if you don't have the capital to recover. Or if you're not able to catch that big win, like today would have been a 500% gain, that would have completely recovered a small account. Instead, I got 128%, so I can't complain. It did bring me back from the depths, and I added a little bit of money to the account. So if I could get another 30 to 60% out of this call um, tomorrow, or at least the account total between Intel and QQQ. So I just need a little tech bounce up into this range. That'll be that'll be good. And then what I will probably do is I'm probably going to end up taking Friday off because OPEX is going to be um, volatile, and I don't want to lose my account. So I'm probably going to I will probably take it off. So let's go into Pine. I don't know if PineX is going to work for me because I have to change to Weebot, or they're working on changing to Weebot. Looks like it's working. So if you are using PineX to trade TXC, or if you use PineX for anything else in the US, PineX.us is changing to Weebot for brand recognition. We're currently at 89 cents. This downtrend broke, and then we did not reclaim. We're holding these moving averages very tightly on the 15-minute, trying to establish an uptrend, and it looks like the bottom is trying to build at 83 cents. It would be nice if that would confirm and we can get some momentum. Such thin liquidity in TXC that it wouldn't take much to push this from 90 cents to $1.20 to $1.50. It would just take a little bit of momentum to get it really running. A single person can push the price up pretty quickly. It just likely will come back down if there's nothing to sustain it, because the market is always going to look for liquidity. So if nobody's placing any orders behind you that keep pushing it, it'll fall back to where the orders are. So nice little jump that we saw right there. Jumped 2-3 cents. So that's cool because my one bot was not active. I have one of these bots is only active over $1, and one of them goes down to 0.888. So this one regained its action. I think whatever one it was. I don't remember. They're both 500 bucks. So that's nice. But yeah, we're looking to get some more profit so that we can add more this weekend, especially if TXC is going to stay down below $1. That's partly why I took that $500 and added it, because I got those at 95 cents. If I can get this account back over $500 again, whatever I have over $500 by Friday will go into TXC again. And I'm going to start next week, Monday, fresh, not holding anything over the weekend. My goal is to have a $500 account and nothing else. If I lose this account based on this position for tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, business sells. I'll start Monday again with a $500 account, and we're gonna make sure that we maintain our risk tolerance and not go overboard like I did with AMD. 500 or $400 account. My first position was 160 on that one. That's all I should have risked. I should have never bought two more when it went down to 140, which gave me what was that? 450 was my total risk into that one play, or maybe I bought 2 plus a Q. I don't remember exactly how I did it, but anyway, I risked too much. I had too much in one play, especially on something that was less than 5 days till expiration, and that was a mistake. So I didn't make a video showing it. I don't even think I recorded it because I did it on my phone while I was away, which is another reason why I feel like I might have made that mistake. I do much better when I'm in the right mindset and I'm on the computer. I can see more. When I'm doing it on the phone, I typically have more emotion showing, I guess, or more. Uh, there's more guessing in it, I guess. So just again, to remind everybody that I'm not doing this as a financial advisor. I'm not doing this as financial advice for you. I'm just showing you guys what I see, what I've been doing, how I'm playing the market, so that you have some familiarity and some comfort to make decisions with your own money, your own way, how you see fit to hopefully build wealth. If you have any questions or want me to break down anything and get my opinion on something, please comment and give me some requests. Um, if you like my opinion and you like my views, um, I like talking this stuff. So if you have one that you like, I'd also like to look into it as well. I know a lot of people are playing silver right now, SLV. I probably got to do a video on that, and I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but it is a good play. People are making a lot of money on it. Just be careful with that one. So maybe a little teaser to the next video. But thank you for watching. I hope everybody's making lots of money. And remember, discipline over emotion, and you will build wealth and be very successful. So, hope everybody's making lots of money and having a great 2026 this in the first month. We are flying through it, and good things are coming. I really feel it for everybody. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. Catch you guys on the next one.